The anime opens with an introduction to Aizawa Azusa, a 27-year-old female corporate worker. She lived all her life for her career, keeping aside love, fun and everything else. Amazingly, she has even worked 50 days straight in a row. One day, being extremely dedicated to her work, Azusa faints in the middle of the day in her office. Turns out that Azusa has died due to overwork and is sent to the afterlife for judgment. However, the goddess gives her another chance to live a life that Azusa will enjoy from beginning till the end. Azusa also requests goddess to make her ageless and immortal, to which goddess agrees readily. Azusa is happy with the new arrangement, as her goal is to live a slow lazy life. In the highlands, Azusa finds a nice house and walks inside. She finds a mirror and looks at her new immortal and ageless body. She loves her looks and also her outfit, which makes her look like a witch. Azusa looks around and checks out her new house and the land in front of it that she will use for her farm. She also has a village near her, so she decides to give it a visit. As Azusa is walking towards the village, a strange slime-like creature attacks her. Azusa immediately takes out her weapon and charges at the slime. This makes the slime turn into a diamond. Azusa picks up the diamond and keeps it. Soon, she encounters a few other slimes near her. Azusa proceeds towards the village, and meets a lovely lady. She asks about the village, and learns that the place is called the Village of Flatta. She then walks into a store called Adventurers Guild. This village is special because there are not many monsters, and only slimes can be found. When a slime is eliminated, it turns into magic stones. Once registered with the store, the magic stones can be exchanged for money. Azusa places her hand on a mysterious plate and her information is registered as level 1 witch. The plate also shows her special ability, which is immortality. Azusa exchanges her magic stones for money. Thus, her slow life starts. She can do whatever she wants, and for exercise, she eliminates slimes. She tries to defeat at least 25 slimes a day. Another of her special skills is her knowledge of plants. She strolls around the forest and easily recognizes plants with medicinal uses. Thus, making medicines is easy for her, which she sells in the village for extra coins. And so, 300 years passed by and a lot happened. Azusa was able to help the villagers at some point, and also prevented a plague. In a shop, as Azusa was collecting her coins, the shopkeeper insisted on checking Azusa's level. Azusa hasn't checked her level ever since she registered. As she places her hand on the plate, it shows Azusa is in level 99. Azusa has been defeating slimes every day, 365 days a year for 300 years. This makes her power in an unbelievable stage and gives her additional powers. If people outside the village learn about such a great witch, Azusa's peaceful life will definitely be hampered. So, she requests the shopkeeper to keep her level secret. Azusa goes to the forest and tries to freeze the fountain with her power. To her surprise, she is able to do it, finally believing that she indeed is one of the strongest witches. Azusa uses her powers wisely. She freezes her food with ice magic and then thaws them with fire magic. One day, a group of adventurers come to her to challenge her for a duel. She agrees to the challenge and makes a deal. If Azusa wins, the group has to tell people that the Witch of the Highland was fake and not a true story. With one move of the wind, Azusa defeats the group. She finds the shopkeeper to confront her, however, finds out that Ernst, another adventurer, was the one who leaked the information. Azusa's peaceful days are over when the most powerful dragon of Nanterre challenges her. She insists on not fighting, but the dragon threatens her, by saying it will destroy the village. Thus, Azusa fights with the dragon and with her ice magic, defeats the dragon. The dragon destroys her house in the process, making Azusa live in the village for a while. The villagers celebrate her stay at the village and drink all night. The next morning, Laika, the dragon, comes to visit Azusa in her human form. She offers to pay for Azusa's house and requests to be her student. As she accepts the dragon as her student, Laika makes the house for Azusa. She also extends the house into a new one. Azusa is very pleased. Azusa brings Laika to the field, and demonstrates how she managed to defeat slimes every day. Laika expected harder tasks, but was surprised at how simply Azusa was able to reach her level. From the forest, another girl can be seen who swears revenge on the Witch of the Highlands. In the house, Laika takes over the duty to make the meal for the day. She makes massive-sized portions following her dragon instincts. After the meal, they clean up together when Laika shares her opinions about the village. She noticed the village is defenseless and with the growing popularity of Azusa, the villagers are in danger. Laika suggests Azusa make a barrier around the village, to keep the villagers safe. Laika makes a circle around Azusa as she casts the spell. Soon, the spell takes action when a thief that enters the village can't move. The villagers are astonished. One day, a little girl, Falfa, knocks on their door and calls Azusa, Mama. She insists that her sister, Shelsha, is trying to kill Azusa. As Falfa demands that she and her sister are Azusa's daughters, Azusa can't seem to understand the details. Soon, Falfa senses her sister nearby and runs towards her. Shelsha wants to avenge the countless slimes Azusa has killed. Turns out, the two of them were made up of the souls of the slimes Azusa killed. Azusa attacks Shelsha, but all her magics are defeated and destroyed. As Shelsha decides to finish Azusa, Laika interrupts. Shelsha has focused her training against Azusa's magic, and so she is weak against any other magic. Laika easily defeats Shelsha, and as she has used up all her magic, she can't use it for the next few decades. Azusa allows the two sisters to live at her house. As Laika suggests having a welcome party for the sisters, they all head towards the village for supplies. On their way, Azusa learns that the sisters have been defeating the evil slimes before coming to the village. Shelsha also shares that pale slimes are evil ones. At the village, they visit a few stores and have a fun time. At home, they make nice food and have an amazing dinner together. Finally, Azusa feels her life is fun with even some chaos. She finally has a big family with a dragon and two spirits. One fine evening, Falfa and Shelsha are reading a book about an elf king. Suddenly there is a knock at the door that turns out to be an elf named Hakara, who is running away from the high demon Beelzebub. She is an apothecary, someone who is experienced in medicine making. Hakara is one of the highest paid apothecaries, and possesses an exceptional collection of plants. She makes an alcoholic drink called Nutri Spirit that can remove all tiredness and increase strength. However, the drink is toxic to demons, and Beelzebub almost lost her life due to the drink. Thus, Beelzebub holds a grudge against Hakara and she has nowhere to go. Azusa is left with no choice but to accept her as her second student. Hakara wears the student outfit, which makes her look too exposed. Azusa casts another protection spell around her house, to keep the demon spirit away from Hakara. As the family sits for breakfast, Hakara feels very emotional as this is a warm meal after a very long time. The sisters cheer her up, and later Hakara and Azusa go towards the forest to pick some plants. Hakara picks only mushrooms as it is her specialty. They take a small break and roast some mushrooms. Hakara accidentally eats a poisonous mushroom that makes people feel lewd. Hakara acts as a pervert, forcing Azusa to use her magic to cure her. Hakara makes a mushroom feast for lunch as a means of apology. The food tastes great, so everyone eats it deliciously. After lunch, Azusa shows how to defeat slimes, and Hakara quickly learns the steps. Later, Hakara and Azusa go to the village where everyone seems to be staring at Hakara due to her physique. Azusa is amazed at how much people can stare. They visit the Adventurer Guild where they notice a wanted poster with a generous reward. Azusa also notices a wanted notice for Hakara with a reward of 15 million gold for the capturer. This indicates that the hunt for Hakara has started, and it won't be long since she is found. Thus, Laika turns into her dragon form and takes the sisters to safety as they don't have much magic. In the house, Azusa and Hakara find something strange. All of Hakara's drinks are gone and the food is also eaten. It turns out, Beelzebub is known as the Lord of the Flies. There has been a fly in the house for quite some time. Azusa suspects the fly is Beelzebub. The fly transforms into a human form and explains that she has been in the house since Hakara arrived. When Azusa asks her why she didn't expose herself, Beelzebub says wanted to make sure this is the real Hakara, so she has been waiting for the right moment to get her revenge. Azusa asks Beelzebub to leave, which soon turns into a duel. As Beelzebub starts flying, she gets shocked by the barrier Azusa set and falls to the ground. The barrier takes away all of her energy, making Beelzebub pass out. So, without fighting, Azusa wins the duel. She brings Beelzebub inside and tries creating a healing magic. Soon, Beelzebub recovers and is impressed by Azusa's kindness. She thanks Azusa and says that she would love to drink the Nutri Spirit after she completely recovers. Hakara is surprised by this and asks if Beelzebub will be alright. She explains that as she drank all night and overworked herself, the rumor was created that Nutri Spirit drink is harmful for the demons. It turns out the demons love the drink and Beelzebub only came to ask Hakara to make more of the drinks for her people. Hakara is relieved to hear the full story. As Hakara was the one who misunderstood the whole situation based on rumors, she quickly apologizes. Laika returns with the sisters, and they all are relieved to hear that it was a misunderstanding. Hakara shares her thoughts about shifting the factory of her drinks near the village of Flata. She wants to live together with the family. Beelzebub comes to say her farewell, and makes sure to remind Azusa that their duel is still pending. Beelzebub promises to teach Azusa how to summon demons, especially her. The sisters offer Beelzebub some tea. Finally, Azusa's family comprises a dragon, 2 spirits, an elf and a demon. Her life feels much more cheerful. However, suddenly, Laika informs everyone that she is going home. Azusa feels empty after hearing this, as she feels her family is about to fall apart. If you enjoyed this recap, check out the next episode. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more anime recaps, turn on the bell notification for future uploads and leave a like to help the channel out.